Some of the spots we hunt are a bit ridiculous, and you wouldn't want your friends to see us sitting there, but they're the spots we need to be. Sometimes it's a bean pole in the middle of a cattail ocean. Sometimes it's right alongside the road, and you'd be pretty embarrassed if your friends saw you in those spots. That's how we kind of nicknamed it, the term dating the fat chick. Because it's like back in high school, when the fat chicks were probably fun to date, but you sure didn't want your friends to see you with them, right? Well, a lot of the trees we hunt are those crazy trees. A lot of those are the killing trees. Big bucks go where big bucks go, and you have to adjust to it. And you have to deal with what you're given. Sitting 45 yards away is 45 yards away. You got to be where you got to be. You got to have the wind right. You got to be in the kill position. If that means hunting off the ground, it means hunting off the ground. If it means hunting out of a bush, it means hunting out of a bush. And you do what you got to do to get the buck. That's kind of our philosophy. On this week's hunt, Dave calls me up and tells me he went out the day before and was going to hunt a little corner up close, little uninvasive spot where he could see a lot of the farm. And he saw early in the day a big buck. What he thought was a big buck, big main beam, moving around in our bean plot. So he called me up and he said, hey, there's only one tree you can get in. You need a mobile setup. Maybe you should go take your mobile setup and move into that spot. So I said, yeah, it sounds good to me. I'll go over there and give that a shot. So I went over to Dave's and we met and discussed the plan. So I just got back from Michigan. I'm here with Dave. We're at the farm. We're going to hunt over here. Dave says he saw a nice buck last night. We're going to see if we can go after him a little bit. And he said he's been staying out of here, let it get fresh for a while, and all of a sudden there's bucks all over the place. There's an island back there that's full of acorns that we can't hunt on. And now the acorns are starting to dry up, so I think that might have a difference in why you're seeing so many bucks now. So what did you see yesterday?
Well, I set up and I started walking down where I was going, but I was probably about 100 yards from it, and I could only see part of that bean field. And I said wasn't sure if there was a deer or not, but then all of a sudden I seen a flag wave. I said I seen another one, and there's three of them standing in the corner. So I'm like, well, I don't know. I thought it was a doe, some fawns, but then when the bigger one turned his head, I could just see a big mean beam turn with him. And he started heading north, walking with the wind. There's only one tree there to hunt.
Yeah, that's a hard tree.
Yeah, and it's hard, and it'd be a far poke.
Yeah.
You know, it's so.
So that's right on that bean field we planted?
Yeah, it's right. They're in the bean field.
Okay.
Like I said,
yeah, it's got that bedding right over the hill from there. And
I'm not sure if they came up the observation stand, but that's south wind. You can't hunt that, so you're pretty much.
Well, the thing is, you kind of got to hunt that observation corner there, and if they walk by it, that's great. But then you can at least see where they come out.
Yeah, but I figured they're gonna bust you, smell you. I think they know the drill how to get out there.
Yeah.
So I was just.
I could go in there with the mobile system and hit right in that corner.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I called you. I said you can get to that corner we're talking about.
Yeah.
You can slide in there because I think I seen seven last night, and just sitting. I'm pretty sure most of them were bucks. So,
okay.
But it looked like everyone was coming out of that bean field. They go like that, and they'd head to that weedy field. And
Yep.
Then I had two more. I came up along the fence line and went into our corn.
Okay.
So they're back. You know, I'm just hopefully if they're still doing the same thing.
Yeah, opening weekend was pretty slow over here with the acorns dropping in the islands.
Yeah, you could tell the tracks dried up, and it wasn't like it normally was. You know, usually it gets opening weekend is pretty good, and it was crappy. So
I'm looking forward to this. It should be fun.
Yeah, I think so. I think but I've been seeing a lot of deer are back in the soybeans now. So.
All right. Well.
It's not a guarantee, but it's the same situation. As long as you get in there, you know.
Yeah, we're out here a little early, but you saw them early yesterday, didn't you?
That was about 3:45 when they're in there, which is pretty early for around here.
Yep.
Especially the bigger ones. Usually they don't step out till.
Really unbelievably, in Michigan, I was seeing them, on pounded lands at like 4 or 5 o'clock there in the afternoons too. They've just been out early lately. Maybe moon phase or
It's
whatever it
moon
is.
phase. I don't know. We're going back into a full moon, so
All right, well,
hopefully they're still there. You know.
let's go hit it.
Yep. Let's get them. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but it's probably about 300 yards away in that corner. You can see a little bit of that bean field. I wasn't sure it was a deer now, but then I seen their tails going back and forth, so they was hugging the tree line. When I got closer, I poked my head out. Well, all I just seen was a big beam turn. He started walking pretty much where he can be sitting today.
You don't think they spooked though?
No, he just walked. He had a perfect wind this way.
So they were walking up there on that tree edge. We got a little bean food plot, and the wind is kind of blowing like this. And it's the same wind it was yesterday.
Yeah. So, like I said, where you're going, everyone you should have a shot at to see the bean field. It's gonna be a poke, but.
So you're going to go down here and take the stand down in this food plot down here?
I'm just curious because I've been seeing big buck tracks in the corner. Mm-hmm. Remember last year when we were putting food plots in?
Yeah.
He just there and watches, you know.
Yeah, I've been really excited about that corner spot. I want to see you get a spot up there. We already got a stand set up for you.
Everything's ready to go.
But down here, you might be able to see what's going up there, or it might come out and go past you to go over there.
I had 2 bucks come past me last night, but they were just little ones. But last year, 2 years ago, it started out like that, and as long as you didn't pressure it, and all of a sudden it just continues more and more. Keep coming.
Yeah, it's important to say too, this is a really low impact
Yes.
hunt, because your wind's going to blow over here, where the deer are going to be on the other side of you. And same with me, I'm going to get up that field edge, and those deer are going to come in from over here. My wind's going to blow up into the neighbors.
That's what people don't understand. It's only 70 acres, and what is it, probably about 30 of it's tilled. Mm-hmm. So you really don't have a lot to hunt on here. So you start pushing them around. They just leave because they got the same kind of food on both sides of us in the swamp behind us. So
yeah, and on the other side of the swamp, there's more food for them.
yeah. So only we got it going for Hicks. It's always a west wind, and it seems like they always want to walk. You know, come out to the west.
Okay. The last couple times I walked up this tree line, I've jumped some pretty good bucks bedded on that tree line. So I'm going to let you get into stand before I walk over there just in case.
Yeah, so I better hurry up and get in there. Hopefully we do the same things they did yesterday, but Mark's just a good, learning right now and figure out what to do and move to them, right?
Yep. Well, good luck.
Good luck.
He's going to go down to the little low spot where the light is. We got a food plot that goes up between the 2 woods. He's going to go right around the corner and get in a tree right over there. I'll probably be able to see him from the tree I'm in. I think I'm going to be in that tree up there, that big one. I'll look at what it looks like when I get up there. This is where Dave saw the bucks come through yesterday. They came through right here and into the neighbor's property. Out of here through our bean field. This is our food plot. He's hunting down there. He wanted me to set up in that tree there, but that's a 40-yard shot at best. Not ideal, and I'm not that good of a shot for those long distances. They could also come out over here, which I've seen in the past. So I actually set up in this tree right here. 1 stick up, dating the fat girl. I'm just going to use that vine for cover. It's a dead tree about to fall. That tree just above the seat is only this big around where I got the camera arm on. But I think that's where I need to be, and I'll just have to shoot quick before they notice me up there. There's one trail comes through right here, one trail over there a little bit, and one that comes along the beans and into the neighbors. So I don't know exactly where they're coming from, but I did see some real big tracks coming in and out over there from over there. So that gives me an indication that they might come from that way. So we'll see what happens. Wow, it's a crazy setup.
Can't believe we're sitting up that dead tree. That's this month, That's pretty much where every deer walked underneath that tree yesterday.
here's the bean plot we put out in spring. There's a bedding hill over the hill here. There's some bedding down in there, and there's some bedding in the back. I'm not exactly sure how they're coming in, but there's trails coming through here all over the place. I noticed they come from down in there. Dave is sitting right in those trees right there. And I accessed it like this. And the wind is like this, coming at us. And it was the same wind yesterday when he saw the bucks up here. So this is kind of a crazy spot for getting away with a hunt. But I got these vines for cover. I actually cut some branches and stuck them in here too to add a little more cover. And if I can blend in for long enough to get a shot through here and just stay still, I think I can make it work. Look at how big around this tree is. They're bedded right out there in that field of weeds and beans. From that view, I'm just standing up here skylit. I'm surprised I got so close. I don't know how it looks on camera. I had it zoomed all the way back because I couldn't really move or see the lens. But that lead doe walked right into shooting range. Hopefully the buck comes from the other way. I feel bare naked up here. So if you look out here, they were bedded right in the middle of that. And beans and weeds. The only spot where it's not tilled up there.
Looks like a little buck just come out of the grass about 80 yards from me up there, eating the beans. Hopefully the big one's following him that Dave saw yesterday. That buck got up out of that CRP grass by those little trees, came out, fed, went back in, and now it's headed for Dave. See if it gets by him.
A short time later, another little buck came out at about 35 yards. Then on the end of the field, a doe and two fawns came out and started heading towards me.
That little buck chased the doe and fawns away.
Just before dark, two bucks entered the field with a little bit larger racks. They made their way slowly across the field towards me as I just kept losing more and more camera light. The bucks eventually passed right underneath me, but I had completely lost camera light. And they weren't what I wanted. The biggest one was fairly nice. He was probably in the 110, 115 inch range, but I decided to let him go and hold out for something a little bigger. Now I have to wonder, was that the buck Dave saw, or is there still a big one out there? All right, did you see the tree I got into?
Yeah, it was funny.
Wasn't the tree you expected, was it?
No, I said thought I seen something going up that dead old tree. I'm like, no way.
That tree was this big around,
Yeah.
and I was one stick up, and I got in that little patch of vines.
Yeah.
Looking at the tree where you wanted me to go, it was probably a
That was
45-yard
pretty
pole.
far pole,
It was,
guys.
yeah.
Yes.
I feel comfortable with
Yeah,
that, but I thought I could get in that tree, and I thought I probably won't get noticed if they come from where I expect them.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
There's a lot of guys that are going to tell you not to date the fat chick. They're going to tell you you'd never get away with hunting in a tree like that. That hunting in a bean pole is going to get you busted. Hunting that low is going to get you busted. Being skylit's going to get you busted. But I'm here to tell you, if you don't take some chances, you're not going to kill a lot of deer. There are certain situations where you just got to take the risk, and if you move those deer over, they go to a different area, well then you can hunt them over there, but you're certainly not going to kill them in the spot they're in unless you hunt them there. Now think about this hunt for a minute. I had 4 does come in and 4 bucks. 2 of the does came in from an unexpected way and had me really skylit and busted me in the tree. I could have shot the first one. I couldn't have shot the second one. But not a one of those bucks ever saw me in that tree. And 3 of them came within range, including the biggest ones. So next time you go out and you're searching for that perfect tree, there is no perfect 10. Consider dating a fat chick.